Okay, Mr. Jones, as you can see, I'm here to educate and bring to the table some options to determine what you'd like to do with it. Now, you've expressed an interest in indexed universal life for the life insurance portion of it and also for the retirement program, which is part of it. So, what I want to do next is review your options. You remember we talked about the ways that we would find the funding for the life insurance and the retirement program. And if you remember, we said some things. We said we would look at your tax refund because you got a big tax refund, which could be used as part of this and appropriately used to fund your life insurance and retirement program. And we also said that that you, even though you have an existing insurance policy, if this program made some sense for you, you wouldn't have any objection to switching that policy into this policy, and that would have some advantageous things. We also looked at your 401k. You were funding some monies, I believe, above the match. So those monies above the match, we could also utilize to fund your retirement program. And we looked at monies like that, and we also said, hey, let's make sure this is a comfortable program for you. And we identify those monies, I'm going to assume was in this case $550. And you're still comfortable with, we said we would take $500 out of those monies and put it towards your retirement fund and insurance fund. And then the other $50, I believe we said we would use as an emergency fund. We'd have it coming out of your checkbook to be an emergency fund for you. And so what I think this is probably, if you still agree with that $550 thing, I think that's a good program. And next thing I want to do is tell you a little bit about the company that we've chosen for the Indexed Universal Life, or IUL, is a company called Aviva. Aviva has more than, or about 40 to 50% of the total share, if you can believe it or not, 40 to 50% of the total share of an indexed universal life, or IULs, is actually held by Aviva. Aviva is a 100-plus-year-old company with very good ratings from AM Best, which is a rating service. They're an A from AM Best. They're also rated by Standard & Poor's and Moody's. So the program that we like the best is with Aviva. It's a quality company, a very sound financial company. And then I would go over the illustration. And the illustration I would go over the death benefit. I would talk about the downsides, the surrender charges, how you can't get money out for 2-3 years, and the policy charges, and how you've got to leave. You can get out 90% of your money at one time. You got to leave, excuse me, approximately 10% of your money in there. And then I go over this realistic example that we talk about, showing how he took money out for years and years and years, and then if he dies, he still gets a death benefit that is also tax-free. Pull all that money tax-free while you're alive, and you still got money. So, when I was thinking about this program, I said, if I've done my job properly, I've done a couple of things. I provided for your retirement, and I provided for it in a tax-advantaged way with no taxes. I've also protected you on the downside. If you recall, there is no downside here. You cannot lose money because we're tied to the Standard & Poor's 500 with downside protection. So if the market goes down, you do not participate. And so we've given you all of these things, and I felt good about the program that we designed for you. There's one big gotcha here. Yeah, and it's a big gotcha. So I wanted to talk to you about that. The gotcha is not, you're not going to like this gotcha, I got to tell you. The gotcha is by Viva Life and Annuity Company, which is huge. They have obtained about 50% of the market, as I said, and you have to qualify with them because of the life insurance portion of that, and there's no guarantee that you will qualify. You have to qualify in the health area. So if you're healthy, you'll qualify. If you're not, we're going to have to go to Plan B. Let me ask you this, Mr. Jones. Do you have any health issues? When's the last time you were in a hospital or medical facility? Do you take any medications? Okay. Okay, so you are healthy. That's great. Okay. And now I'm going to do the application process. Take the application and I say, so you're going to pay $10,000. Can you write me a check for 10? I'm only kidding. We just need 1 month's pay to bind the contract, which is $800 or whatever it is. I start to do the paperwork and tell them about how long it's going to take and that kind of thing. And again, I want to thank you, Mr. Jones. Uh, this process will take about 4 to 6 weeks. I'll return with the contract. Blah blah blah. Again, thank you much. You should feel good about this because you just started your pathway onto financial security and an early and beneficial retirement. Thank you.